Hi, it's Eva Cartman, and you're listening to the Dream Big podcast show, the place to go to learn, laugh, and grow. Ever play the game Bean Boozled? Today, I'm going to tell you why achieving your dreams is a lot like playing that game. And you can expect to eat some spoiled milk and canned dog food along the journey. Want to know what I mean? You know what time it is. Let's dream big. My name is Eva Cartman. I'm part of a squad of super kids that are here to change the world. We don't believe you need to be adults to have big goals and start working towards your dreams. We believe age is just a number, and you're never too young to make a difference. We may be young, but we are not naive. We understand that achieving our big dreams will not be easy. It will take incredible dedication, hard work, and yes, massive action. There will be ups and downs, but we embrace the challenges and relish pushing outside of our comfort zone because this is how we grow. They may not teach us these concepts in our school textbooks, but we are smart enough to know that the tools and tactics to achieve our big dreams are out there, and we are willing to do the work to seek out these skills and master them because we know that our future depends on it. We are the big dreamers, and it's time to dream big. Welcome to the Dream Big podcast show. I am your host, Steve Cartman. And today, I wanted to share a funny analogy that I think most of you big dreamers will relate to. Have you ever played the Bean Boozled challenge? You've probably seen the videos on YouTube, and if you haven't, I'll include some links in the show notes. Essentially, the makers of the game have created identical jelly beans from the outside, but the taste is very, very different. For example, there'll be white jelly beans in the pack, and the one you pick up could taste like delicious coconut, or it could taste like spoiled milk. The brown one could be chocolate pudding, or it could be canned dog food. And the yellow one could be buttered popcorn or rotten egg. You spin the wheel, and when it lands on a color, you and whoever you are playing with pick the same colored beans and eat them at the same time. And the looks on your face within that first chew tells the rest of the story. Let me tell you, these flavors are very accurate to your taste buds. I don't know how they managed to make the jelly bean taste like spoiled milk or rotten egg, but they sure did. I'm almost gagging just talking about it. At this point, you are probably thinking, Eva, yes, I know the Bean Boozled game, but how does it relate to achieving my big dreams? Well, most people, when they're envisioning their dreams, for example, being a rock star performing in a stadium packed with tens of thousands of fans, or winning an Oscar as an actor, or the Nobel Prize as a scientist, or winning a gold medal as an athlete. They're essentially thinking they're going to play an entire game of Bean Boozled without once selecting the nasty flavor. And that makes sense. Why, when you're dreaming of the end goal, would you let all the obstacles ruin that perfect vision? But the reality is that on the way to your dream, you're going to face some hardships, and things won't always go right. If you want to be a rock star, you're more than likely going to have to play hundreds of shows with little or no audience and get rejected from many record labels. Actors, even a few that end up winning an Oscar, almost all have stories about early on in their career when they didn't have an agent and couldn't book an audition. Nobel Prize winning scientists often have to spend years, and more likely decades, working long hours, and imagine how many times their experiments fail before they get their breakthrough. Olympic athletes that achieve the glory of gold will all tell you about the years of training, the many losses, the injuries that they have battled through. So when you are really thinking about your big dreams, you need to be aware that it is going to involve a lot of very difficult work, and you are going to pick some rotten eggs or spoiled milk, and even canned dog food along the way. And there may be days and months when you feel like you just keep on picking the bad flavor and can't catch a break. So here's a question that you should ask yourself as you work to get clear on your dreams? Are you just focused on the end results, the accolades, or the final achievement? Or do you think that you will enjoy the process of getting there, which will include struggle? For example, I played soccer a few years ago. It is a great team sport, but after playing a season, I decided it was not for me, at least not at this time. Of course, I love scoring the occasional goal, but I was not always excited about getting up early on the weekend, getting all the gear on, especially those shin guards, not being able to visit my grandparents whenever I wanted because I had weekend games, practicing during the week when I just wanted to relax after school. On the other hand, with horses, I love the entire process. I've been doing group classes once a week, and I asked my parents to get me as early as possible so I can spend additional time grooming the horses and feeding them. I listen carefully in class because I want to improve so I can move up to higher level classes and do more cool stuff. After the lesson is done, my parents have to practically drag me out of there because I love grooming and feeding the horses after the class as well. And I'm not even riding in competitions yet, so at this point, it is truly all about the process. I just love horses, and I love spending time and connecting with these majestic animals. So ask yourself, are you really just looking for the recognition, the reward, or are you also excited for the journey? Because you're going to spend the vast majority of the time, years maybe, with your head down day to day just working on your dream. So you need to be passionate about that process, not just the ultimate outcome you are dreaming of. And if you look at the process with the right attitude, even the challenges could be rewarding. When you play the Bean Boozled game, part of the fun is knowing that you may get the bad flavor. It makes the game interesting. If all the flavors were yummy, it would not be a game. And when you play, even if you get the bad flavor, you don't storm out of the room. You face the challenge, take down that gross jelly bean, and keep on playing the game. If you view the process of chasing your big dreams as a Bean Boozled game, then you have more fun along the journey. And here's a little rhyme you can use to remember this concept. You can get the full text of the rhyme at our show notes, dreambitpodcast.com/90. If you think achieving your big dreams will be easy, oh, what a shame. The journey can be compared to playing the Bean Boozled game. You think a decision will be as good as a creamy vanilla milkshake, but you'll turn out to be wrong. And it's more like moldy cheesecake. To achieve your big dreams, there will be a ton of hard work, sweat, and tears. You'll experience rejection, defeat, and be forced to face your fears. Don't just fall in love with the end result, but also all the hard work you'll need to put in. You may occasionally eat canned dog food, but if it is your passion, you'll persevere and ultimately win. Big Dreamers, did you enjoy this episode? If so, please leave us a review on iTunes. Tell your friends and family about the Dream Big Podcast and share this episode with them. Make sure to head on over to dreambitpodcast.com/90 to get a copy of the rhyming poem. There, you'll also find a link to our limited time offer for a free customized Dream Big journal with your face and name, as well as a place to sign up for Insider Newsletter, where you'll learn my top 10 tips on making and keeping great friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Eva Cartman reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional, you need to make them essential. So take massive action to turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion, the way life is meant to be. See you in the next episode. Bye!